Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. We give double honors to our apostles, that is great millstone. Also say shalom to all the Akim out there, preach the truth in our true city. It's like I'm the brother from Jimmy's Miami camp. Once again, first and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. And double honors to our apostles, that is great millstone. I'll say shalom to all the Akim out there, preach the truth in our true city. Alright, as you can see, I'm back with another in transit video. And Lord, this video can be edifying through the spirit. It can be a quick in transit. Alright, just following on what's going on in the news. As you see things, brewing up. Alright, if you're not seeing what's going on, you're in La La Land, you should be paying attention. The evil days draw nigh. And as our salvation draw near, okay, we got the war right now, which people try to not frame it as a war. It is a war. All right, you got two nations going head to head. All right, dropping bombs on each other, killing innocent civilians, kids. All right, and destroying major bases and stuff like that. That is acts of war. Okay, and right now, you got that going on. All right, you got talks of the MOTB brewing up. All right, and you should be paying attention to what's going on. All right, you got talks of the military draft. That's what I really want to focus on today. All right, they talking about which thing they talking about. Congress. I read an article said Congress had approved, not even you just registering and they pick is an automatic system. All right, to enlist people into fucking war. Okay. All right, and it's been years since they talked about the draft, but to have it where it's not just like a registration thing anymore. Now it's an automatic registration where it's like if you're between the ages 18 and 26, it's like, all right, you're they do a pick and you automatically got to go. That's a red flag. Okay, and that in itself is a red flag. All right, and showing you what times we about to get into. All right, let's talk about the time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3, Spirit what I've been bringing down a lot lately. It's a time and place for everything. Right now, is a time of fucking war. It's a time of fucking war, and things being unpleasant. All right, things being uncomfortable. Why I'm butchering that word, okay? Because things are gonna get worse. All right, within this war, okay, they're choking. All right, the economy, all right, upscaling things in prices, increasing the living standard. Okay, things getting expensive, and that's gonna choke people out. All right, and lead to people stressed the fuck out, panicking, going insane, all right, losing faith, all right, and ultimately people killing themselves, all right. When things get rough, people start killing themselves. But those men of Yahweh Shemashai, they're gonna be in good stature. Why? Because the wisdom knowledge, the scripture say, wisdom knowledge shall be stability at times. And we understand we have a support, and our support also comes from Yahweh Shemashai. All right, but it's like I drifted off a little bit. Circling back to what I really want to speak about is the draft. Okay, because soon eventually, right, people gonna have to get drafted. Somebody have to go fight for these wars. All right, somebody has to go up against Yahushua. We like to say that because there's gonna be a point in time a lot of people gonna go to war, and they're gonna see a so-called black man. All right, he's not black. All right. You're gonna see a so-called black man, right, crack the sky in a UFO, that fathership that Edgar seen in Second Edges 13, and within their war, they're gonna try to fight Yahushua. So that's the elites are preparing for that. All right, that's why they got Space Force and all these type of military branches. All right, but also too, they got to fill up their military. Okay, they know there's a war is coming, and a war is imminent. All right, they know, all right, to fulfill their plan. or what part of their plan is to, you know, have war. Okay, but with that war happening, a lot of men gonna get drafted. Okay, a lot of men gonna leave families home, women home. Scripture says second Ezra 16, a virgin child. Damn, the virgin child mourn having no bridegrooms. I think I butchered it. Slocky if I butchered it, but a lot of women gonna be in left up for grabs in a sense. All right, because you have certain men that's gonna be going crazy. All right, we're talk about women getting ravished. All right, women gonna need protection in those days. All right, as their men are being sent off to fight wars. All right, and that's when the women gonna realize they're gonna need the men of the Lord. All right, they're gonna need safety and protection. Which, if you're part of that elect lady and that elect number, are you going to be able to get protection in those times? Okay? All right, so say, in the day that power they shall be willing. Okay, Scripture also talk about Isaiah 4:1. All right? So that's also soon to come. Okay, but this is all for the sake of prophecy. Okay, war has to happen. Men have to get drafted. People are going to have to die. All right, it's just part of prophecy. Okay? A lot of people have to die, All right, and before even the war, okay, as I was stating earlier, due to them, having this little war right now before it upscales, which the Lord is, playing to that. He's having these people brew up. All right, the Lord, Scripture says how the Lord musters the host of the battle. All right, he's brewing these nations up, stirring up the Medes and things like that. Okay, for that, that dreadful day. But before that, things gonna get tight, things gonna get hectic, okay? And people gonna start realizing this is of, will of Yahweh Shemashai, and they're gonna have to try to fall, all right, towards him if it's not too late, okay? So, just a little bit, touch upon what's going on in the news and what's going on in the articles and how shit is really about to hit the fan. Hey, the Lord is speeding up the time. All right, because once these things start really upscaling, you could be out of here like what the prophet say within months. All right, and that's something that we seek for and we work for and we fight for. All right, so that's why we say seek the Lord where He may be found. As the doors of mercy are still open. As the Lord still gives us that grace. Period. All right, for those who are slacking. All right, which there is Jake that's slacking and not that's put off the Lord day to day. All right. Soon, eventually, you're gonna wish you took heed. All right. But yeah, Lord willing, this video is edifying. It was a quick video through the Spirit. First and foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kardash. Keep the honor to all apostles and elders of your millstone. Also, say on the wall to all the occupant there, preach the truth and all truth. See them, say, but Shalom.